Little bit of a update on the new horses. I've had a lot of views and comments on those videos. We really appreciate that, and you know, likes, comments, questions, shares are a good way to tell us that you're enjoying the videos and you'd like to see more. So this one here is the young 3-year-old that was in the video picking up the new 7 horses in one day, and or whatever its title is. So her name is Tiny, that's her paddock name. We just measured her. She is 14'1", so she is really small. This one here is a new one that arrived. I think unfortunately she's going to have to go back to the trainer, as they did not say on the paperwork that she is very cold backed. So it makes it very hard for rehoming horses, especially as these are standardbreds. It's a bit sad, but there's a lot of standardbreds around, as you guys seen. Like, you know, we get literally, I think last year we rehomed 50 of them. So there's a lot of horses, and it's quite hard sometimes to find them homes. Like, we'll be holding on to them, like lovely standardbreds with nothing wrong with them, for upwards of, you know, 3 or 4 months. So when they're a bit quirky like that girl with the cold back, like, it wasn't like a small buck, it was, you know, 5 minutes odd of crab walking and being quite upset. You kind of got to ask yourself what's wrong with them, and then, you know, is someone actually going to buy it? This little horse just loves attention. She's so sweet. They're both really sweet, so it's a little unfortunate for this other mare over there with the halter on that, you know, we probably can't keep her. That's just kind of the reality of it. Someone will probably take her as a paddock mate, and, you know, she'll live out her life as an unridden horse. But it's very challenging for us to find that home. So if the trainers can take her back and they can find that home, then that's great. This girl is so itchy. Tiny is just the cutest. Right, I'm actually here to catch both these horses, so just get the halters on.
That's Nala, the bay one there, that's turning to face us. She was one of the 2 that came from our working student Tanya's house. She's been in work for the last couple of days. I might get a ride on her today if there's time, but we're kind of running out of daylight already. But she's been really good. And we're just trying to see, sort of, she's in trial to see if she'll be a good show jumper for Tanya and a good lesson horse for us. And then Lizzie, the other horse that came with her, add some videos in after this. She's just in doing a bit of groundwork stuff today, like real basic. I wouldn't really call it groundwork, more like demonstration of what she can do, because there's somebody that's interested in her, but they're in the North Island. They want to buy her. They just wanted some video of what she's like to handle rather than what she's like to ride. There's riding video of her already. So that's where we are now. I'm just going to get my horse that needs her rehab, Jen, and then we'll move on to that little mare that came from the stud across the road. Ohana was her race name. We're calling her Tiny, or they call her Tiny too. It's her stable name. So she'll be next. She needs her first ride today, hopefully.
This one here is Miss Lizzie. She was in our video the other day as well. She's been at our working student's place. She's been putting in, you know, all the work, getting her ready for sale. Someone's super interested in her from the North Island, so we're going to be putting a wee video of everything she's been up to lately. Well, mostly it's actually a groundwork video together, and then, yeah, she'll potentially be sold. But if you're interested, have a look on Facebook, and she features in the river ride video as well. She's been ridden down there. And then Miss Lulu's in her new rug. She's got such big shoulders, so it's quite hard to find a rug that fits her. Don't eat the grass. Lulu always eats the grass because I don't train her very well. I'll say that out loud. And she gets her blankie on because she doesn't like the rain. So if you've seen the video of the horses rearing and bronking and dancing, that's her. She really doesn't like the rain. She feels cold. And when she feels cold, she gets a bit silly.
Captain will get his own video later, but I just wanted to show you a quick peek at him. He's due for some handling soon. He's really friendly. That's why he's trotting on over, because I'm making eye contact with him. Hello. You're turning so grey. Yeah, hi. Anyway, so cute. I am a bit sad that he's going so grey because he has such cool markings that are already disappearing. There was like a white splotch on his knee that's pretty much gone. And he's got his socks and they're going to disappear. He's going to be white like your mummy. He's like, why can't you pat me? But I don't want to have him touch the fence and then blame me. I know, you're so cute. Anyway, he'll get his own video later. But just a quick update. He's doing well and getting grayer by the second. Aren't you? Okay, just cooling Jen out. If anybody watched some of the like earlier vlogs, she was a rehab, like a walk for 9 months kind of rehab because she injured her sacroiliac joint. So now she's on to her, I think we're going into month 4. So we're riding now, not just hand walks, and it's just walk and trot. Obviously this is a long-term stay. This isn't one of the newbies, but we'll get back to the newbies in a second. I just got to get to her every single day so that she keeps improving so that I can have my show jumper back one day. Maybe, hopefully. There's 2 newbies over there. We've got Tiny on the left and Peggy on the right. Sorry, we get so many new horses. I'd have to take a sec sometimes to remember their names. Tiny's in to be, well, we'll muck around, and then if she's feeling good, I'll probably break it a ride today or start her under saddle. I know some people don't like the term break. And we'll see about Peggy. She's a bit funny. I'll show you. Okay, so this is Peggy. Peggy wasn't in the first vlog because she wasn't here yet, but she is now. Peggy's a bit cold-backed. Drum's like, what about me? My attention. This here is Jacko. He's doing a poo. We'll go back to Drum for a second. Drum is like the most friendliest, nice moving guy. We've done a couple of days work with him now. He's just a little weary at times, and the trainer did forget to tell us, but we did get told through someone who works there. He's actually had a eye injury at some point, so his vision, he wants to keep seeing me out of this eye because his vision on this eye is compromised. He's not blind, but he definitely, stop moving. Yeah, he wants to show me this eye because this is the eye he can see out of, but his other eye, and at the front you can see there's a small indent in it. He's obviously hurt it at some stage and he cannot see as well. And then unfortunately Mr. Jacko over here, hey buddy, he has a sore right front foot. Presuming it's an abscess. That quite often happens with these horses when they come from, you know, he's come from up country where it's very dry and very warm, and then he's come down to wet old Southland. Jacko and Drum. Can we have a look at your eye, please, Drum? Can you see the blue in that? I know, you're so sweet. So Jacko's going to have to wait a little bit until he's feeling better to start any work. Fingers crossed it's just an abscess, but that's usually what it is. And for Drum, you know, horses can have a pretty good riding career still with limited vision, and some horses don't even have both eyes. There we go. But he is quite wary on that side, and I just wonder how many people will be put off by that. Sort of behaviour, but I do really need a paddock mate, so he might just go be a paddock mate for wee Bowie for a while, and maybe he can find another home as a paddock mate after that, because it's quite substantial. He's such a cool horse though, and he's got wonderful movement. Like, he is really quite cool. Don't know what we'll do. I missed the video of him trotting, but you just trotted across the paddock to hang out, didn't you? You're just such a nice guy. You are. Oh, Drum, do you want some attention? You're such a friendly guy, aren't you? No, I'm not taking you though. I'm on my way to go see Ben.
We already talked to you. Such a lovely horse. The draft stallion that we picked up has settled back into his herd. He's happy as. That one, there's Bumble. He's for sale. His ad's on Trade Me if anybody's looking for a young horse. There's the draft. Hey buddy. Happy as. Back at home. Oh, and then here's Drum again. This is Tiny. She hasn't been ridden yet, so this will be her first ride. But she's very chill. She's such a cool horse.
I think she's spooky, but I don't think she's gonna give me like trouble. You know?
Good girl. Okay, here is Tiny. First look with a rider. Definitely a little tense. She's got a smidgen of rocker going here.
It's not asked for.
Not asked for rocker. I'm just joking. She's just tense. That's just what some of them do.
Is she running with it? Maybe. That would be better. Oh, neat. Wait, what's this? Yeah, it's okay.
I think she'd like to stand still.
Oh, she would not stand still. I was like, whoa, I bet she'd stop and just stand.
Good girl.
Yeah, she would really like me to let her stand still.
Hey, honey. Good girl.
What do you think?
Mm.
She's processing.
She is processing. Aw. Good girl.
She's kind of cute.
She is cute. This is our unbranded one, so usually the brand would be about where that
Should be there.
rope halter is, but she doesn't have a brand. She's unbranded.
She's like, whoa.
I actually put a post up on Facebook about her not having a brand and got so many comments. A lot of people were, mixed reviews. A lot of people say yay, but honestly the majority of people say that's no good. And I totally understand it because, you know, minus her movement, she potentially is going to move like a standardbred, but if you were a dishonest seller, you could probably sell this as a crossbred, breeding not knowing. Like who would say no? Good girl. I might have to fix your rope. It's coming undone. In that wee video before, she just had a wee spook when Jamie was practicing the posting trot. That's just something we do just to get them used to actually rider movement. And that's alright if they have a wee spook. She's just literally saying, what is that? You've got to remember it's her first ride and it's all new to her. Good girl.
Good girl, I know. And the saddle makes noise. Heart moves, doesn't it? A little. There's some deep thoughts behind those eyes.
Yeah, deep thoughts about this activity that's happening here today.
Oh, fuck.
So there's Ben. I hope the video picks up how loudly he snorts. He's just full of personality. He's like surprisingly good to do everything with and like quiet. He just purrs like a cat. So Katie had a ride on him yesterday. It was his first ride. And despite all the snorting and how scared he looks, he was so good we actually reached out to the owners to ask if he was broke to ride, which they assured us he had not been. So
Snorts like 1,000 angry wasps.
Katie said he snorts like 1,000 angry wasps, which is definitely true.
Or sometimes I think he snorts like one of those kittens that gets really sick with like cat flu.
Oh, like a cat that has like FIV or whatever. He's actually being, well, not quiet, but quieter now. I think it's just part of his personality. He's like not reacting hardly ever. He's just snorting.
I think it's his face conformation too. He
Ka-
has like nothing, no lips, he just ends.
Katie thinks it's because he's got such a short snout and large nostrils. Let me see if I can get it on camera the way his face conformation is. There's his large nose, no lips. Mayhaps the reason he snorts so much, so loudly.
If you go, look at that side profile.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's just all nostrils.
And then if you go look at Jen, go video Jen.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at Jen. Jen equally has a pretty short snout, but her snout to nostril proportions. Her nostrils end way before the end of her lips. She's like, hello. Can you, I know you want to look at me, but can you look to the side? Yeah. She might be onto something. With old Purry back there. I really hope the video picks it up. If it doesn't, maybe we should strap the microphone to him.
My helper. Hi. Hi. You're better off being here because then you can't frighten anybody.
Do you want me to hold your horse? I think you can do it. You kind of did it yesterday without me. Oh, he's just kind of worked out that maybe if he moves around while you do that, he can move around while you do that.
Long-haired bugger.
You know, that wasn't too bad. For a second ride, good boy. Now he's like, don't want to move, actually.
He's purring. You stay there, pretty tat. She's watching.
Again, for all the snorting, he's pretty good. Obviously green dry. I hope you can hear what I'm hearing. He's just like a horde of angry wasps is pretty accurate. Jen is like, what are you snorting about, buddy? What is the problem? Now you're off. Speedy, speedy. I can't wait till we try to go out farm hacking and everything that you ride with while riding Ben is scared because Ben's making so much noise. There must be something to be scared of. And I bet he won't do anything because he's not actually that spooky. Good boy. Katie's taking him for a ride down the driveway. Just short, like it's only his second ride, so you kind of go at their rate. So, you know, take him for a ride out, see if you can get him past some of the obstacles here, the horse float. The hay. There's a sign on the gate down there. And then when they can do that, they're kind of ready to go out around the farm. But this is a very basic, going in between the two. I can hear his loud snorts from here. Katie said she only just made that. He is very, like, forgiving. Like, he's not very brave, but if you say do it, he'll give it a try for you. The two mares are like, oh, you see that, Tiny? You see there's a person on a horse? And that's okay? She's like, I really did not know about having a person on my body. It's okay. She's obviously going to take a little bit more time. We'll get there. I think she's also really smart, so she might surprise me and suddenly be okay with the whole thing tomorrow. But just wait and let her tell me, because she is really young, so there's no point in pushing it and then ending up with a horse that's not very good to ride, because learning to be a riding horse was so scary for her. And there's so many people that are interested in her. She'll find a home, so she's quite worth spending the time on. He's barefoot, so if you see those kind of funny steps, he's just feeling those stones a bit. Don't look at our lawn. Between all the horses and all the lessons, getting at the weed eater is like bottom of the to-do list. That was better. Yes, not too dumb. He learned that one pretty quick. Keep a side eye on those sheds. I have a very loyal friend here today. No, pretty tight. She can't pat you. Whoa, he says. What kind of small panther is that? What, jeez. Is this you saying hold him for me? Yeah. Okay.
Just driving home.
Okay. Straight into me.
Little walk.
Yeah.
Here.
Good boy.
You're a funny guy.
Yeah, you are funny. You got all this talk and no action.
No action at all.
Good boy.
Loved it. He was like, wow, okay.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that he's so nonchalant. Yeah. Good boy. You're cool.